Hi everybody! I wanted to do a follow-up from my League Start Arakaali's Fang video that I put out probably 10-15 days ago. I've been getting into this league, been doing some experimenting, and just wanted to give you a quick update on what I'm using now and what's working for me. So initially I stayed exactly in line with what I showed in the build and how those items and everything were working together. This morning I was feeling like I needed a bit more damage, so I did some research and found another guide and kind of took some tips and some ideas from that build, which I will link in the description, and kind of merged it with what I was working on, and I will show you what we have going on now. So I didn't think that the where are the other gloves at, so you'll know. Oh, I should have done this without a messy inventory. Okay, okay. So I was using these gloves, Essence Gentle Touch. I say that wrong. On stream, I'm pretty sure I call them Ass Touch, but this gives you more clear, some explosion. So I was using these, and they were fine. The double explosions, because these explode, and explosions from Profane Bloom was kind of making my computer die a little bit. So I was kind of looking for other options of what to do. I was also using these boots because the other build you'll use the All's Uprising amulet to make Benevolence free, but that's kind of hard to get. There was a day there wasn't even any on sale in the league. Like, you couldn't even buy it if you wanted it. And I've been delving, trying to find one. I haven't been able to find one. So I was using these boots so I could anoint them with testudo. I can't say words right. Please don't make fun of me. Or make fun of me. I don't care. But for more block, and since we're cycloning, you go really fast. And these boots prevent Sanctum issues from happening. Like Sanctum afflictions, they prevent the afflictions, like the movement speed one, so that's pretty cool. So I was using these, but to get enough reservation to run Benevolence for my spiders, I was using these boots and this amulet, hey Bird, which is anointed with Charisma and Benevolence mana reservation efficiency, and I have Summoning Skitters mana reservation efficiency on my helmet. So I was using all these things just to try to be able to kind of get equal to what the other build was doing, but it really wasn't great. It wasn't feeling great. So I'm going to try out Gravebinds. I snagged these Gravebinds last night, and actually you can get Gravebinds that has Temp Chain's Curse on Hit, but you don't really need it. I was thinking about getting those, but they were really expensive, so I grabbed a bunch of pairs and corrupted them. I'll show you where did I put them? Yeah. Our collection of corrupted Gravebinds, just to get something good, because they're not super expensive. And yeah, I got 2 duds, didn't do nothing, and then I got 2 bricks, and then I got these, so, I'll take the energy shield, that's fine. Gravevines make it where, when your minions kill, it counts for you. It makes it easier to keep your spiders up, so that's pretty cool. In them, I'm still using the Cyclone link, like from the previous build we talked about. So your Flesh Offering, Caspin, Channeling, Desecrate, and Cyclone still in the gloves. Now I did get an Aegis. These aren't super hard to get. They're a little pricey, but it's not horrible. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't bad. In the Aegis, I'm doing Blasphemy, Temp Chains, and Despair. With the Amulet, which is in Presence, which is another not super expensive piece or hard to get. Despair is free if cast with a Blasphemy, so that, and you get Maddening Presence, which is really good because a lot of times if you're cycloning, you're in the middle of the pack, And if Madness procs, then you're reducing the damage and action speed of the enemy. And it's a good defensive layer, so that's pretty good. I've got that anointed with Ravenous Horde just to give my minions some onslaught and some movement speed. The two I forgot to craft on these rings when I got them. They've got open slots. This has a prefix. And this has a prefix. So these could actually be a little bit better, but I'm a potato. You know. So any unset ring that you find will be fine. I've got my Flame Dash and Temp Chains in the ring. For the helmet, I'm still using the Ancient Skull. It's just so much damage. It's so good. One thing to note, and I've noticed some builds don't bring this up, your minions with this helmet turn into, like, I call them honey badgers, because they don't do what you tell them. You can't put a predator in here and make them do what you tell them. If you read what the Whispers buff they get at the bottom says, they gain 50% attack speed and damage, but they do not listen to you. So your minions are honey badgers. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that your minions, let's see, if you go to your profile, you can click on the raised spider and look at it. They cannot taunt. And I've seen some builds using a Ghastly Agile with taunt on it. I don't know if it just had taunt on it, but the rest of the jewel was good, or they were thinking they taunt, but they don't. So keep that in mind. Anyway, just the normal Arakaali's Fang I got right at the start of the build, or start of the league. It's not fancy. It's just a basic one. For the armor, I'm using a brass dome, of course. This point in the league, brass domes aren't as expensive as they were. They're still a little bit pricey, but see, this one's 4% to all. You could actually, like, if you did 2%, that would be a bit cheaper. Now, you do not have to have it 6-linked. Mine happens to be 6-linked, but you'll see when I'm showing what I have in it that you don't have to have it 6-linked. I just tried to optimize that since I had a 6-link one. And these are 6-link off colors, so this would be hard for somebody to get. So don't look in this and go, oh, that's what I need. You know, let's take a look. Okay, so the important bit, let me see. Oh, I'm gonna move that there. Okay, so the important bit in here is your Divine Ire to raise your spiders. Cast when channeling, Desecrate, Divine Ire, and then you pop your flask. And I'll show you what that looks like. So you're channeling your Divine Ire. Okay, and then when your minions pop up from Desecrate, apparently I have, I tried using the Matriarchs as Specters to do some tanking for me. It didn't work real good, but that's why you see them. But when you're channeling, just make sure there's some Desecrates, and then you pop your flask, and you'll get your spiders. Okay, so what else I have in here? You're gonna need Determination. But you do not need to run an Enlightened to have enough mana for the Determination. I happen to have an Enlightened, so I'm running Vitality with my Determination and an Enlightened, but you do not need that. You could get rid of the Vitality Enlightened, just have a 4-link on your Brass Dome, and that's fine. Or you could put your Determination over here in this slot where I have Portal, and you'd be fine with that too. So yeah, quick look at the gems. I'll post my current passive building. It's not optimized. It's just what I'm using at the moment and for the map that I'm going to showcase. But yeah, so we got Molten Shell, cast when damage taken. Punishment, we're running 3 curses now, which is pretty pog. We're getting our 2, our Temp Chains, and our Despair. And then we're getting an additional layer of defense. Actually offense, sorry. Cursed enemies take 43% increased damage, so you throw that on boss. You only need to really use that on a boss when they're at low life, so getting another curse is cool. You don't have to throw that when you're trying to clear. Same thing as before in the dagger, Withering Touch, Unbound, Multi-Strike. Yep, so I got those. I did add Infernal Legion to the skitter bots, just to make them do a bit more damage. Let's see, and this is your Cyclone setup, and that'll be in the passive building. Okay, I've switched to this belt with the Abyss Jewels, and you're gonna have a little bit of an issue with res. So I put 2 Ghastly Eyes with all elemental reses, and then life and damage. The other mod doesn't matter. We take a look at the tree here. Some things to note is the small cluster jewel here with uncompromising on it, which uncompromising is determination mana reservation efficiency. So you can run determination, and there it is. And then you can get some reses in the small nodes. So when you look for this jewel, look for reses. And you know, I got a little bit of damage. You could get whatever you want there. This is Enduring Composure. It gives you endurance charges, which is pretty great for this build. And then I got one with some stats and some energy shield. Another thing that's different from the previous version is we're taking glancing blows now. We're taking this wheel. Here's another determination efficiency. All my jewels are Ghastly Eye jewels. Oh my god, there's an empty one. Wow, I'm a potato. I just ran a whole map. The map I'm going to showcase with an empty jewel socket. Well, what's supposed to go in this jewel socket is the Anamumu's Gaze. And I'll show a picture. We'll say the picture is here. Yes, the picture is here. As you can see, the Anamumu's Gaze gives us damage over time multiplier per Ghastly Eye jewel. And I've got a bunch. So we'll be getting a lot of extra damage from that. I am currently farming it. I've put Abyss on my Atlas to try to farm it up. It's like badly rolled one is like 9 divines right now, and I surely don't have 9 divines right now. So you know, when I get it, it's gonna go there. In the meantime, I'm just gonna put a Ghastly Eye jewel there. So we're running 2 minion damage large cluster jewels. You just want to get like attributes and reses and stuff on your small nodes. Which that's just what I'm doing right now. There's probably a better optimized way, and I'll post about that later. So yeah, I'll post my passive building and all. So yeah, that's currently what I've been doing. And I'm about to showcase y'all a build. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to help. Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoy the build, and I appreciate everybody who's been commenting and trying it and enjoying it, and y'all are great. So have a great afternoon, and like I said, comment if you need any help. I'll stop by my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Tayanya, TAYAYNA. Yeah, so y'all have a great afternoon. Bye.